You are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Chill!
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman of YPG, and this is welcome to another new episode of Mr. Gentleman, the podcast. Hope all is well. Oh, that's I got my special guest. I got my bros from YPG in the building. Yes, we got Mr. Aaron Sam back on the show. But we also got my other bro who is a DJ. We're gonna talk about our timeline. And also, we got a new project coming up that we're gonna talk about as well. So you already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back.
Hey, this is your girl Vanna B, and you're kicking it and listening to my boy on Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, and I am the host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. On Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Off Series Thursdays, where we have all of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Spin-Off Series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcasts every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, The Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlifestylepodcast.com, and tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Chill!
This is Aaron Sands, and you are now listening to the Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I got my special guest. I got my brothers. One of them, he been on the show once, twice. He back again. Mr. Aaron Sands. And then we got one of the DJ for YBG. One half of YBG Sound, DJ Retro. Welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah, glad to have you on, man.
It's good. It's good to be back again. Glad to become the wrestling analyst, relationship analyst,
pretty much, son.
All that good stuff.
Don't
Let's
forget,
get it.
You will be on when we do the SummerSlam episode. And also, I'm gonna give a shout out to DJ No Request and DJ Retro for killing the barbecue this past Saturday, yo. Y'all be killing, y'all doing your thing. Keep it up, yo.
I appreciate it, man. You already know.
All right, so let's get to the interview.
Let's get it.
Alright, so we were part of the team called, the Blazer Clique. I know Roddy, you wasn't here yet. So, you wanna step back, Blazer Glory. So he wasn't here yet, but Rondell, you can tell us like what you remember from Blazer Glory.
Alright, so you gotta forgive my memory a little bit. It has been a little minute. It's been my former life. But before the promoting, the photography, wrestling analyst, I was a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like I had a couple bars here or there, so that was my thing. I usually used to write poetry or whatever, but I was like, alright, let's see if we can mix it into a little couple bars here or there, and it turned out to be a really big thing, between that, my boy Germs, DJ No Request, and the homie Ken, we ended up creating something called Blaze of Glory. That was a group, that was our team,
Yeah, that was like around 2004. We started that. Shout out to Jody, he was also a part of the team.
That's a fact. Shout out to the homie Jody, bro. What's goody?
Yeah, he's the one that brought up the name, which was the name at the time was Cliff's song Blaze of Glory off the Neptune Protect the Clones.
Yeah, I like the fact I like the song actually. It reminded me more of like the B-side of a track, you know what I'm saying? You always gotta give respect to like B-side tracks, it always helps.
Yeah, true. But then, it was just us four, but then we felt like something was missing. So one day we went to the radio center. Shout out to Miss Kambali. She came to me and Jerry. She was like, yo, y'all seem like some talented brothers, and you're like, I'm gonna need y'all to come to the radio center on a Friday and check out, what we do, cause they have our like open mics, and
And let me get into that though. Like the open mics, like I wrote bars, but I wasn't the best presenter. Like you gotta understand, before I was out there being like more open with people, open with speaking to people and everything, I was shy as shit. You know what I'm saying? Like let's get to that real quick. Like I wasn't really big on like doing presentations and rapping in public and everything. I always did that like in the privacy of my own room or with the bros or whatever, but not in terms of not watching other people watch me do my thing and get critiqued at the same time. So it was something crazy there, But when she presented the opportunity for us to go to the writing center, hone in our craft, be able to do this out in public, something told me, I was like, you know what? Worst case scenario, nobody ever hears you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody ever hears, your talent. That way, you won't be able to improve on what you're doing on top of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody will be able to prove if you don't know if you don't know how to fix it. So I was like,
feel you, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so for me, I'm like, I'm with it. I'm good with it. And me and Jerms talked about it. He was with it, and then it worked out.
So we that day we went to the writing center. We see some talented people, but then we seen this one standout dude, yo. This one dude who stands out, yo. This young dude. He was young at the time. Some people know him as Alvin. Some people know him as Malik, but his rapper name is Mally Mel. So we heard it for the first time at the writing center. Rapping, freestyling.
This dude was that's a funny dude. You had him on your show too. Episodes ago.
Oh yeah. Yo, check out episode 10. He told his story about what happened when he joined on Blaze of Glory. So listen to episode 10. But tell her how he joined that day.
Alright, so what happened was we was at the Brown Chocolate Cafe. They had the open mic nights, you know what I'm saying? So after my 9th period class that I always cut, I always tend to like, swing over there, So I caught some CDs that day, and son told me like, yo, like I was going back and forth because at 2004, I had to get home at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? My parents was a little strict, so I can't like really hang out like I would like. So son told me, what, fuck curfew. You can curse here, right?
I don't care. We're keeping it raw in this episode. We're keeping it raw.
So I was like, fuck curfew. You know what I'm saying? So let me go and hit this Brown Chocolate Cafe and see what the shit is about. I've been hearing a lot about it all on the announcements or whatever. So I was like, I bet, let's go hit it. So caught some CDs. We hit the Brown Chocolate Cafe. It's not there no more, but it used to be on Franklin on Fulton.
Yeah, recipe shop Brown Chocolate Cafe. Recipe Brown.
Yeah, man, it was an amazing spot. A lot of talent came out of there. So I was there. I was chilling in the back and everything. Had a little Arizona or whatever. Had my little book out because I used to write or whatever like that. And I seen people come up. And I was like, all right, I'm watching people come up. Some did good, some did And then Alvin came up, and when he came up, at first I was like, all right, I've seen him in the writing center a couple times before. He kind of nice. You know, let me see what he got. Now, when he performed, I never really told anybody this, and I think this is the first time Ken's hearing this now, and you too, Roddy. When I saw him perform, it kind of made me want to be like, I can confirm it now, you know? Like, this is something I could, if he could do it, I could probably get up there and do what I gotta do and kill it, you know what I'm saying? So, I was still shy after that, but I felt like, alright, this gave me a little bit of inspiration, you know? And it kind of channels to y'all song with Alvin, Cigarette Ashes. You know, he said something on the track talking about a little spark could turn up a great flame.
Yeah. Check out episode 1 on the new Nudity Sled Unsigned Hype Friday. You can hear that song on there. Continue.
Shameless plugs I'm throwing out all day. So don't do that. Yeah. So yeah, you know, a little spark could turn into a great flame. So I felt like I could do that, you know. But then something else came up into my mind. I'm like, yo, let's sign him. And not sign him. We ain't had a label or nothing, but let's get him on the team, you know?
Yeah.
Because Germ's rapping, I'm rapping, Ken's singing, you know? We could get another person on the squad to rap as well. Because one more rapper ain't gonna hurt, you know? And he nice. So I'm like, fuck it, let's go get him, you know? So that's what it was. I came up to him, I approached him, I was like, yo, you know, I know you nice and everything, and I know you're doing your own solo thing and everything like that, but come rock with us and everything, you know. And the caveat that was with that was that he was already in a special type of class, the Academy of Finance, and I was there too. So it was easier for me to reach out to him and try to get him onto the team and everything like that. So it really helped out, really, really lovely.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and this is my first time y'all hearing this too, including Alvin. If you go listen to this episode, I want to thank you for pushing me, you know, to actually get my voice out there. Because, you know, I was shy too, and I didn't think I had a voice, but he helped me push my voice out there, though. So I want to shout out to Alvin for that.
Yeah, it's just about, like, you know, sometimes you get up there, sometimes you're going to kill it, other times you might not kill it, you know. And he took all of that shit in stride, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to just come off as like a diss or nothing, because I'm all about love. I never seen somebody take, because sometimes he didn't kill it, you know what I'm saying? But I never see somebody take failure the way he took it. You know what I'm saying? Because that way he used it as fuel to turn it around and make the next thing successful. You know what I'm saying? So
Alvin Drive is very unmatched, I think, over the
definitely.
years.
And
he will drop 30 songs, and few will make the mixtapes, and then he'll just be like, no, I'm still going.
Yeah,
he never gave up, and that's what I appreciated about it. That's why I had to add him. To get him.
Yeah, well, don't worry. He do got some new music he confirmed it on my episode, but we gonna get back to this interview. So let's fast forward a bit. We gonna fast forward to 2007. You know, so 2007, you know, this boy approached us. We didn't know what he was about. So he approached us, and he said, he wanna be in a part of the team too. I was like, all right, cool. So he auditioned, and he killed it. And we got this boy right here, Roddy, aka DJ Retro. You gonna tell your story now? Tell your story about how you joined.
I met them at the info center in Times Square, and I had an audition for Raheem DeVaughn. You know, I did my little audition, and straight from there it was confirmed. They said, welcome to the team or whatever. I felt all love and joy, and ever since then, you know, I started to dig up more songs. I started to dig up writing. You know, then we started to make it happen. We started to hang out. We started to doing our creative. Started talking about just writing and going out and thinking of ideas all the time.
Yeah.
And let me just jump in on this one real quick, though. I ain't gonna hold you, and I always tell y'all this shit, and y'all look at me crazy about this, though.
I think I know what's coming.
Like, even before he joined up with the team, I always thought that was Ken's brother.
Oh, boy.
Well, he wasn't the only one.
Yeah,
almost everybody that was in the Big Cow room.
Like, apparently, a lot of people said, I got to tell you, let me get this story real quick.
Boy.
Apparently, somebody came to me, yo, Ken, do you got a brother? I was like, no. Why? He's like, the boy that looks just like you. And I'm like, okay. I mean, I never met Roger, you know, until like later. So one day, you know, Ricky, who was also part of the team at one point, you know, he said, "Yo, this guy, this is Roddy, it's your brother." I'm like,
And then we gave each other a pound or whatever. I remember.
Real quick, why Ricky tried to look like he was trying to like reunite siblings? Like what the? Like this is your brother? Like no, it's not. Like I would know. Like nah.
Back, I would know, but you know, shout out to Ricky though, cause he wasn't for him. I would never met Roderick, and he like one of my best friends to this day. So you know, shout out to Roddy, you know.
Yeah, man.
So shout out to Ricky too for that, you know. So also in 2007, you know, we felt like we needed a change, and you know, Blaze of Glory just wasn't feeling it no more. So we decided to make a change to change the name to Blaze Up Clique.
Alright. With the Blaze Up Clique situation, I always feel, right, and I feel like this is good with business and in personal.
Yeah.
I feel like at least every 5 to 7 years you gotta switch up your brand.
That's true, yeah, definitely.
You know, you wanna keep things fresh. I mean, you still gonna be you as a person, but you always wanna like switch up your brand, not even like your whole brand, but just like your name, because you want to keep things fresh. You want to keep
It's a part of
new.
evolving, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. You shed your skin to grow a new body, you know, just like a butterfly.
Yeah.
You know, so with the Blaze Up Clique, that I would say was our like cocoon stage. And I'm not going to say that as like a bad thing. It's just that we got tired of being caterpillars at a certain point.
True.
We graduated, we left high school and everything, graduated high school and everything, getting into the college years. We start feeling ourselves not only as boys, but as men, you know? As young men, I should say.
And, you know, not only that, you know, my original name was Ken, a.k.a. Mr. Soul Star. So around 2009, I changed my name to Ken, a.k.a. Mr. Gentleman. Because, you know, I felt like it started to be like a growing up stage, you know? Yeah, like I said, like you said, like the caterpillar stage. You were the caterpillar stage with Ken, to the cocoon, Mr. Soul Star, to a man, you know, Mr. Gentleman.
Yeah.
Just like you changed your name too, you know.
Yeah, man. This shit was crazy. So I'm like, quick story, real quick. I was gonna take a couple seconds of your time. Like, I lost my hat in like 11th grade in Spanish class.
Oh God.
Weird as shit, right? I was trying to come up with a name. Came up with like 5 names. All of them was whack. I was gonna say fuck it. I'm gonna call myself Rondell. And if niggas don't like it, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? This guy Ken comes up to me talking about, I got a perfect name for you, yo. I'm like, alright, what? I lost my hat, but what? Alright, it's Ron Dizzle. Yo, I looked at him like he had.
Bro, I came up with the name.
I looked at him like he had like 5 eyeballs on his head. I'm like, yo, that gotta be the dumbest shit I heard all week. I don't even want you to say that shit no more, bro. So about 2 weeks later,
Wow.
I thought about it. I gave it like a lot of thought, and I'm like, yo, that shit sound like a dope idea. I don't know why I said it was a dope idea. I just felt like at the time it was dope, but I never said it was whack since.
Oh.
Until I changed your name to Aaron Sands. And I'm like,
that was the evolved.
that's the butterfly stage.
Yeah.
But back to the cocoon stage with Blaze Up Clique, we was getting more in tune with our own sound.
Yeah.
I felt, and once we had a sense of our sound, we was just able to like come up with our own shit.
Yeah. But, you know, even though we were the music group, we haven't came up with no songs. We came up with other brands, you know, Blaze Up Street Trick, where we can't really talk about, Blaze Up TV. You know, we came up with a YouTube show called Blaze Up TV, which it started off small, but it started becoming slowly.
And then I downloaded this mastering program to make beats.
Oh, you're right.
I said, you know, we a group, we need some type of beats. And then I made this one great beat, kind of generic, very slow, and that is what I'm a star today.
Mm-hmm.
So I started writing I'm a star first. This was like months before I downloaded the program. And then I said, you know what? This is a good chorus, this is a good hook. I told this man Aaron Sands on the song.
Originally.
Sidebar, I heard the beat and I'm like, bro, really? It's the beat. Mind you, I had a sense of making beats, but I didn't really get into my zone of making beats yet. But I heard it, I was like, alright, let me see if I can put something together. And I put up a quick 16 and it worked out, you know. Germs was on it, right?
Not at that point.
No, not yet. It was just y'all two.
Oh yeah.
It was
So with the
y'all
program, like we just started like. That was when we started to like rehearse in my basement. Started to come over and then like every other week I was just like playing around the program, making beats.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite was also Ken's favorite. Are you ready for me? Beat?
Oh man, that
even though we didn't even like release that song,
we never got it recorded. I mean, never got that song recorded. But that song was so fire though.
I think that was the only two beats I think maybe one more beat. I forgot.
Fantasy.
Oh, Fantasy's Reality was the third beat.
Yeah.
And then Rondell started to take over the beat making.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was doing research on like beat programs, and I gotta give a shout out to the great folks at Ableton. That's like a German producing company that has a beat program that people still use till this day. I kind of Adobe Photoshopped the whole situation and got the free trial, and it's renewed the free trial every year to keep up with it. And with that, I think I made over 50 beats.
You did, yeah.
Off that.
50?
He did,
about
yeah.
50.
I don't remember it was that much. Wow.
Yeah, he did, but it never was
released.
Yeah, a lot.
Not to us.
Not to us though. But there was a situation that I had with another fellow artist, Kazi, where he challenged me to make 10 beats in 3 nights, in 3 days.
Oh, yeah, I remember that challenge.
So I was like, fuck it, you got it. And it was a weekend. It just happened to be a weekend. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to stay home. I'm not coming outside. I'm not chilling at Roddy's basement. Because at the time, Roddy's basement was the spot.
Oh, yeah. But
Roddy's basement over Ken's stoop, that was the spot.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was one or the other.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm not going to neither. I'm going to chill in the crib, make 10 beats, 48, 72 hours straight. And that's all I did. And one of the beats was actually made from walking to college. You know, if you could find that and put that on the show, that dope. I appreciate it. With that, but before,
I wonder if he's still doing it.
I don't know, but you know, if you're out there, you should definitely come on the show. We'll definitely talk about it.
Yeah.
With that, before the whole marathon, I used to make beats for the team and everything. So I rapped and I made beats, so it was like a double threat situation, and that worked out very well for the team.
Yes, it did.
And you know, my role in Blaze Up Clique was more of chorus. Me and Roddy did the chorus. Usually the chorus guys sing, sometimes rap, made beats every here and there, but none of our beats were never put out. But yeah. And of course marketing and all that other good shit.
Yeah, so it worked out for the benefit for the whole team. Everybody played a role. We were like basically Dr. Octopus and Spider-Man. 8 limbs or whatever. Got 4 to 8 limbs, and every limb is working. Everybody on the team had a role. Nobody was idle.
It was one person that was idle, but he wanted to do something. Tyler.
Yeah, but I mean, that goes.
That's another story.
Yeah,
that's another story. But it one particular song that wasn't ours. Well, one particular beat that wasn't ours, but the song became a hit. Shout out to DJ Catchin, for the Teddy Overload song.
Yeah, that's like one. I feel like that had to be like out of all the beats we worked on and everything, that had to be one of the most underrated beats ever.
Yeah, it was.
Because that actually, like, that one song got us out to, like, different shows, even got us on 105, and the whole 105 situation was weird because of the fact that, Ken texted me talking about, Teddy Overload played on 105.
I got to tell a story about this. All right, so one day, 105 had, like, a thing on Sunday nights where they had, like, unsigned artists played on the show. So they said, all you gotta do is email them, make your song on Power 105's website, and then boom. So I did it. I did it like probably twice or 3 times. I didn't think it would happen. So I like whatever. I just put it in just in case, see what happened. One day I was at work, do overnight, and next thing you know, somebody hit me like, yo kid, we heard you on the radio, Teddy Overload. I'm like, yeah, all right. Then another person hit me like, yo, I heard you on the radio. I'm like, yeah, alright. But then more people came me up about it. I'm like, okay, but I didn't hear it. But other people heard it, and I was just like, yo, And I was like, wow. So I told the team, like, yo, I heard we was on the radio. And
I feel like that was one of the mixed things, you know, like the fact that we were on the radio, but we wasn't around to hear it.
yeah.
You know, like, I was like, damn, you know, it was crazy. But, you know, it was a great situation. So I would tell a lot of other people, like, aspiring to get into music and everything, submit your shit. I know it's a different time than it is now with the advent of social media and everything, where you could just submit everything on, like, Facebook, SoundCloud, things like that. But if you have a radio situation where you have the opportunity, like the Hot 97 Who's Next situation, you can sit there and push your stuff out there. Like, do that, you know, because you never know, bro. You never know.
But let's tell the story how Teddy Overload was creative. So I don't think you ever heard the story. I'm not sure you heard the story, Roddy, but this is how Teddy Overload was creative. Like the term, well, Squirrel came up with the name Teddy out of random. Squirrel came up with the name Teddy out of random. Yeah, he likes like Teddy. But then it became like a group thing to make it as it about females, you know, about females, beautiful females, bad. But the song came together was me, Rondell, and Jeremy. We was on Eastern Parkway. We just walking regular. We walk in. Rondell came out of nowhere and said, "Teddy Overload."
It's not how it sounds.
Well, do how it sounds.
Not how it sounds. Germs was rapping, right? He had like about 80 bars that day. I don't know where he got the 80 bars, but he just happened to have it.
I would make it a random beat.
You know? So I was hearing him making random bars. I was like, Teddy Overload.
Me and Jeremy turned our heads and like, wait, what?
Because nobody knew I could sing. And I really can't, though. I'm going to be honest with you. You know, but at that moment I could. So I was like, fuck it, let's do it. So I just hit another Teddy Overload. And we just kept doing that for about 7 to 8 blocks.
Even literally, Jerry rapping, he saying Teddy Overload. I didn't make it a random beat. And yeah, that's how I started. I guess we came up with it, we came to the team about it.
We talked about it over the phone.
Yeah, and then Ray Shaw sent us like 8 beats. Ray Shaw sent us the 8 beats. And,
I don't remember it was 8. I thought it was like 3.
It was a lot. It was the whole CD. I remember the whole CD.
He made a mixtape.
He made like a whole CD. And Teddy,
he was hyped every pick was.
Yeah,
what was that beat?
And it was weird because that beat was wild intentional.
It was.
Because the same thing that happened when we heard that beat was the same thing that happened on Eastern Parkway. Germs was spitting 60 bars for the whole song. And I just kept saying, Teddy Overload.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, that's what happened. And I was like, all right, we're just going to make a song out of it.
Yeah.
We made the song. Everybody had wild extensive verses.
For real. It was two versions of the song, too.
Yeah. Jerms had his version for the first verse, and then the more known version was Alvin's verse. And he had his verse on that one. I still feel Jerms' verse was the funniest.
It was, yeah.
Alvin's was more lyrical.
And more radio.
More radio ready.
Radio, yeah.
So it was good. I had all of 6 bars on the whole song.
And me and Roddy, my original version on the Jerms version was more dirtier than I had to clean it up for the radio version. So.
And that's the only song in the history of like Blaze of Glory and or Blaze of Clique that I did the chorus.
Yeah, that is the
I
truth.
never did the chorus ever to another song again.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Like, if you want to talk about the choruses, Yatu, you, Roddy, was like the chorus kings.
Yeah,
that's what we were.
Yeah, definitely. But if y'all want to hear Teddy Overload, listen to Unsigned Hype, episode 5. It's the last song. The last song on the episode. In case y'all heard the episode, then y'all probably heard of it. Y'all didn't hear it now. Hear it.
Refer to it.
So, before we promote this, and in between, doing music, we usually have this yearly, well, at the time of a yearly event called the Summer Bashment.
Oh yeah.
Kind of with a stepstone of us becoming promoters.
This is the part of the story, by the way, where we start to poke out the cocoon.
Yeah.
Proceed.
Yeah. So, Summer Bashment Part 1. So let's talk about our experience for the first one. Let's talk about our experience for the first one. Like, I ain't gonna front. For the very first week, I was nervous. Cause
I didn't know how it would go.
It was very unpredictable. It was very unpredictable for our first main event. And
I felt like at the time. I was nervous about it because we did a lot of planning, a lot of everything, you know.
First party as a collective we ever threw. First party in my life I ever threw. So I didn't know how it would turn out at that point.
We really had no party experience. At the same time, I was going through personal issues on that first one, and I was like, when I showed up, you know, I was like, all right, let's just go do this. I was like, fuck it, whatever happened. You know, let's just go do this. Let's just knock it out, you know? And unbeknownst to us, we definitely did that.
Yeah, I mean, the first one was a success. It was a major success, but it was a success.
Yeah, we had a lot of people come out to that. It wasn't like, it was crazy. Not as crazy as the second one, which we'll get to, but it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was some drama, but it was some drama, but
we were young and we were drinking, and then we gave drinks to everybody.
People who were younger than 21, and that was our fault for that.
That was a little crazy. We didn't really have much. Like I said before, we didn't have much experience throwing parties, and we threw this in the basement. That was the spot.
Yeah.
I had my cousin cook for us.
Yeah, we did a lot.
Who was DJing? The first one.
Jern, he wasn't DJ No Request yet. He was the DJ Ray. He was DJ Ray at the time.
Yeah.
DJ Emperor, and DJ Catchin, and I think that's it. And it was only 3 DJs at that time.
Shout out, matter of fact, real quick. We got to talk about DJ Caution real quick. Shout out to that man real quick. He's doing a lot of big things on the West Coast out in Phoenix. If you're in the Phoenix area and you're listening to this, first of all, thank you for listening all the way to Phoenix, for one.
Exactly.
2, if you're in the Phoenix area, hit up any party DJ Caution is doing. He's doing an amazing job right now.
He's killing out there, man. You keep doing your thing, bro.
If you're ever in the New York area, bro, come chop it up. We definitely got a couple events. You know.
Yeah, you already know. We get to that later, but
my bro since 9th grade, bro.
Facts.
All right. So a year later, we wanted to do it again. So the
anticipation was sort of there.
Yeah, everybody was asking about, will we have another one? We're gonna have another bashment.
People who didn't make it for the first one for whatever reason, was also asking.
Yeah, so we had the craziest Summer Bashment Part 2.
Alright.
Oh man.
So here's the thing with Summer Bashment Part 2.
Shit.
That was also pinned as my birthday party. Reason why it was my birthday party was because
it landed on the day before your birthday.
The day before
your birthday, yeah.
So I'm like, yo, we gonna throw it. We gonna throw the bashment and the birthday party at the same time. When I tell you, it had to be about 120 people up in that basement.
Goodness.
Shit was a sweatbox, boy.
It was crazy.
We had one fan, and that was like the window fans that you pop in the window.
I had the AC on, but the AC, the way it is like it just flow in one direction. It can't flow through the whole room.
It was crazy. Yeah. Everybody was there for it.
People was outside and people was making noise. We couldn't do a lot.
I never told nobody this, or people probably noticed. I would have stopped that night.
Ken was the thought of the night.
I would have started at that.
if you were dating Ken at the time, I apologize in advance. I apologize for the man.
I was single. I was single, so I was good. But I was stopped that night.
Yeah,
I would have stopped before stop was even invented. Let's say that.
Funny story about that. So I did it. We ran out of liquor at that time.
Yeah.
We ran out of bottles. So there was no bottles. Everybody was lit though, talking about where's the drinks at. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So we went down.
How the fuck we get out of bottles after like an hour or two though?
Yeah, we ran out.
Yeah. That was crazy.
It was it.
We ran out. Yeah.
That was it.
An hour or two. I was like, yo, the bartender's pouring out a lot.
Yeah, shout out to the bartenders that night too.
So we went to Alvin went down to the neighboring liquor store and everything. Got like about 4 or 5 more bottles.
Yeah.
Came back and we had the lights on. So we had red lights, blue lights, and green lights.
Apparently, and I don't know how this happened, but we had Bloods and Chris at the party
at the same time.
One of them like, yo, I'm under the red light. No, yo, I'm under the blue light. And you look at this like,
I'm like, oh my.
What is going
and everybody was in their own section. Luckily, thank God, nothing popped off that night.
I don't know why it was the idea for my family to put those red lights in the lamp.
Also, nobody knew what happened to Jern. Apparently, Jern was drunk, so I had to take over as DJ for like 10 minutes.
To this day, nobody knew what happened to Germ.
And he said Emperor. He said something happened with Emperor that night.
Emperor speaker blue, so he couldn't even DJ. He was tight. He's like, fuck this.
a lot happened that night.
There was a fight over birthday cake.
Yeah, word.
I'm not naming names.
Yeah, we're not naming names.
But there was a big fight over birthday cake, and it was crazy. I think that right there ended the party.
Yeah,
that right there.
Then it was more drama outside the party, where we ain't gonna name no names, but
I think cops was called.
Yeah,
at a certain point.
A lot happened that night, but at the same time, it was a memorable night.
Yeah, we had over about 100, 120 people pop through in that basement. By 80 of them, I think we broke like at least 3 fire codes.
Yeah.
I think we did.
But then of course we stopped doing bashing for a couple years. We'll get to this dog one.
I said fuck this, no more in my house.
Yeah, but we gonna get this dog one, but we ain't talk about this dog one yet though. So from then it's 2011. December 2011. We met up. That year 2011 we met a promoter. By the name of NYC Compton. He gave us the opportunity to start promoting parties. We used to come out, support his parties, and then
I'm gonna stop you right there, Ken. He didn't give us the opportunity. He gave you the opportunity. He pulled you to the side and y'all talked business. I was outside chilling, vibing, and then you put me on to the promotion, and I thank you for that.
Okay.
A lot of times we talk about like Compton putting us on and everything, but I really want to set the record straight on that. He put you on. You was out there doing your thing and everything. We was out there hitting the parties like crazy too. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty
Tobago.
big. You were doing that since Club Tobago. R.I.P. to that.
I mean, we were going to a lot of parties, and at that time, I didn't even know I was never at that time.
Boulevard, I forgot what those.
Boulevard, Tobago, Imperial, Rebel, and then ever since Rebel, we became basically residents at Rebel, But like I said, he did put me on, but I still gonna say us because we came as a team.
Rebel was the best, yo. They had so many chicks in there.
Oh, we gonna talk about that right now.
Cages, everything.
Oh, we gonna talk about that. Rest in peace to Rebel, though.
We talking about that now?
Yeah, we on that now. Yeah.
I got a quick story about Rebel. It was one night I was down there, right? And the craziest shit happened. They asked ladies to get in the cages or whatever and do what they gotta do, right? Now I could have sworn I heard they say one lady at a time. Why I look up, there's like 6, 7 ladies in one cage, no bigger than like 10 square feet wide or whatever. And they on top of each other, handstanding and everything. That probably was
your highlight.
One of the highlights, like top 3 highlights.
Yeah. I
got a picture of that somewhere on my Instagram.
Yeah, Rebel was crazy, man. Like I said, shout out to NYC Compton for really putting us on, though.
Yeah, yo, for the
that was the
opportunities.
loudest club, bro.
I mean, if it wasn't for him, then we wouldn't be promoting.
Yeah.
At all. And to this day, we still promote to this day. Even though things fell out with us in comp, but I do appreciate him to this day.
Yeah, for like giving us a lot of opportunities and everything like that, because now we are where we are now and everything.
Yeah.
So it really did start. It started with the bashment, to be honest with you, but it catapulted. There you go. It propelled with Compton. So I do want to thank him for that, though.
Yeah, Rebel, Oscar, every special event, I thank you for that. But then, after the fallout, we had to think of another plan. Like, but dang, what we gonna do after this? After the fallout? Because everybody thought, YPG is done. Oh, by the way, our name was YPG 2011. Young Premier Gentleman.
But this is the part I like to call the butterfly phase.
Yeah. So after Octagon, because we did Rebel, then we did Octagon, we wondering to ourselves, what we gonna do next? And then if RPG done, everybody saying RPG done, then what to do next? So we didn't give up. We started shopping for new spots, and we had a deal with 760. We didn't like it.
One thing I didn't like about there's a lot of things I didn't say out that I didn't like in these stretches of time.
Yeah,
the one thing I'm going to say that I didn't like, the fact that y'all don't got hookah there.
Oh yeah,
is some bullshit. Right? I'm sorry.
And the way y'all charge mad money for no reason.
Like that's ridiculous. This is 2019 going on 2020. You mean to tell me a spot in New York City don't have a tobacco license to make hookah?
Exactly.
Like, come on, bro. That was out for me. That was a one and none.
Same here. And We went to 760 a couple of times, but I just wasn't feeling the vibe, yo, at all.
No, I like the vibe. They just charged too much for a Blue Long Island and didn't have no hookah.
I didn't like the vibe. I didn't like the vibe too much for 760. I mean, yeah, it felt like, you know, a rebel situation, but I mean, honestly, I didn't want that situation. I didn't want that feel again. I want a kind of different feel.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean.
So, yeah, so
I didn't know it should be at that point.
So
yeah.
then we had an opportunity at Taj. At the time, you know, we went to Taj before we started promoting there. I didn't like Taj either at all at the time I went. Remember, we went to for your sister's birthday. Yeah. That was my cousin's birthday. I didn't like it at the time, but at the time with a dude named I think Declan, right?
We had an interview with a man named Declan regarding the Saturday night spot at Taj. We let him know what we did prior at our prior spots at Rebel, Octagon, things like that. He gave us a deal. We thought about it, and then we kind of kept that in the back pocket because we was also shopping around at other spots like Skyroom and things of that nature. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie to you, if we didn't meet up with MTA Rocky to do Taj, we would have definitely did Skyroom.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
we would have definitely did that.
Also, shout out to Rocky. Shout out to Rocky. Yeah, because he definitely gave us the opportunity to give us a shot at Taj, and we went under him for a bit, and then he pretty much like, yo, do y'all thing, and then we
let loose.
Right.
And it got to the point where we were trying to learn, and I'm sorry for using the butterfly reference for this whole episode, but I'm just gonna say fuck it, and we're gonna stick with it. Butterflies, right? At first, they don't learn how to fly immediately because you just come out the cocoon and you're trying to learn yourself. That was us during that first maybe 4, 5, 6 months, right? At that same time, we wasn't making no bread.
Yeah, we was. Yeah, our first couple of months. The first night we did. First night we did.
Yeah.
But then after that, we didn't make no money. Our list was trash.
Yes, it was horrible.
Our list was trash.
People couldn't pay us to get people in the door, and it was rough.
Yeah, they were gonna kick us out. They were gonna kick us out. And because we were new. When we were new, two, we wasn't making no money. Telling who these new guys, they ain't making no money. But then I don't know, one random night, we just started killing it.
I think it was the night that they told us they were kicking us out.
Oh yeah, I didn't remember that.
Yeah, I think that was probably sometime in.
And everybody just showed up.
Sometime in June, May and June, because we started in January. Yeah, you gotta be just like in the May and June.
So we got the text like, listen, if y'all don't produce tonight, y'all off the bill. And I was like, shit, we gotta do something.
Yeah, I don't. One random night, a lot of people hit us up about Taj, and they came out.
And I'm like, yo, this is the night. This is either going to be we do this or we don't do this.
And funny thing, after that night, we got picked up for Studio 21, even though that was trash. And then we got picked up for Catcher.
And that was the thing because they asked us, like, Chris AC, shout out to him.
Shout out to Chris AC.
He's one of the hardest working promoters out here. I ain't going to hold you.
Wow.
Been doing this for a minute. Shout out to him on that.
Shout out to Frankie Banks.
Shout out to Frankie Banks. He's dope. Troy Christoph. They put us on to what we're doing now, to what you see today, really.
Yeah.
So with that, Chris AC told us to come out to Catcher, check it out. If we like it, we'll rock with it. And we was out there, and it was crazy.
It was
packed, upstairs and downstairs.
We got a free bottle the first night we came. And I remember when we first came to Catcher, we killing for the first couple of weeks.
Yeah.
We killing Catcher for the first couple of weeks. Then of course our momentum died down for a long time at Catcher. But the crazy thing is, our momentum died down at Catcher, but it started rising at Taj.
Oh yeah, remember that.
People started coming out to more of Taj, you know, and we were starting to get our name more out there. So that, I feel like that stretch of time kind of solidified us.
Yeah. And
let people know, like, all right, these guys are for real. We're going to keep moving with these guys. We're going to let them stay on and let them do their thing. And it's been like that literally ever since.
Yeah, to this day. We're literally killing both spots right now and doing special events. So we're basically killing them right now.
And also having other events at the same time we're running Taj. Shout out to Jolie's, RIP to that.
Oh yeah,
Skyroom. We did Skyroom Fridays for a few months. And there's a few other events we did probably like right around that same line, but the Catcher and Taj was usually at like I would say for our wrestling people, that was like our Monday Night Raw and our Tuesday Night SmackDown Live.
pretty much.
Right.
Pretty much, yeah, that's definitely
I agree, yo.
But sidetrack a little bit. People still hitting us, asking us about when we gonna have another summer bashment. So so that same year, we wanted to try again. So we had the third Summer Bashment 3. Of the year of 2015.
Oh yeah, 15.
And oh boy, we could have left it alone.
The saying is, when it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
This was pretty much it.
That was it.
That was it.
Killed the whole thing.
Yeah. It was a lot of things that went left.
Really.
And it's crazy when you notice it, because like when we did the first two, we really had no experience going into event planning and actually executing an event. To now, doing the Bashment Part 3, we had all the experience in the world.
Yeah.
Not all the experience in the world, but that's a lot more than we did before.
Yeah.
And for it to come out like that, it really really had to sit down and be like, all right, is this part of the brand dead?
Yeah.
And what do we do after this?
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot of stuff happened that night. When I didn't have my phone, so that was the biggest thing. That was one of the biggest things.
Two, to draw more people.
So much, a lot of the crowd didn't come because the fact that it was too far. We didn't do that right in the basement, so we did another spot in Canarsie, and it was too far for everybody.
Far for everybody.
Yeah, it was rough. So the one thing with that was, we had the thing with our following is that we stretch from everywhere, from Brooklyn to Bronx, from downtown Manhattan to DC. You know what I'm saying? Our reach is pretty far, and the thing is, we hit up when we did the Summer Bashment 3, it was more Brooklyn orientated, but a lot of our Bronx crowd wasn't really big on the travel, so that was pretty much of a dub. On our part.
Yeah, also we had DJ technical difficulties that night as well, and it just a lot happened that night. The people that came that wasn't feeling the crowd. Drama. Of course, ain't no bashment, no drama.
But it was too much drama.
Too much drama. Yeah, we say no more. We're just like, oh nah, we can't.
So ever since then, we kind of abandoned the whole Summer Bashment idea.
Yeah.
Even if I bring it up to people. Bring it up to you guys. It's it looks crazy. Y'all look at me crazy. I got five heads on me. I'm like, all right, you know what? Never mind. We good.
Yeah, I don't know, bashment.
But it was good while it lasted.
It was good while it lasted.
Sometimes you just have to try things out.
Yeah,
and ride the wave for as long as it could go.
We live and we learn. That's basically what it was.
That's right.
So the question is now, what are we doing today? I mean, of course, y'all know about the catch-up. Every Friday, 270 Bowery Street, Taj every Saturday, 48 West 21st between 5th and 6th. Say premiere at the door. Of course, y'all know that. Blaze Up TV, YPG TV. We had 5 seasons of that. We kind of stopped it for a long while.
But we're kind of looking at channeling a new avenue.
Yeah.
Which brings us to this announcement.
Yeah, I mean, we announced it on the Aaron Sands episode, but we actually got go put it back in motion. The Premier Boy podcast. You
get to hear our thoughts on certain different topics like relationships, life in New York City, work-life balance,
growth shit.
Yeah,
grown man shit, basically.
Everything.
From the views of 4 Brooklyn boys that grew up to be 4 Brooklyn men that made good.
Well, so you ain't know you had Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, on the show. You had Mr. Aaron Sands on the show.
Facts, gonna get a little raunchy.
You're gonna have DJ Retro on the show.
That's right.
And we're gonna have and every week we have a special guest. So it's gonna be somebody from the team. It could be somebody. Any special guest that's a guy. Who bangs with us. Hell, it could even be a female.
Or female.
So yes, look out for the Premier Boy podcast coming this fall.
Check that out. Keep your ears tuned in for that.
Yeah, but bros, I'm gonna thank y'all for coming on the show.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate
This is a little history lesson we giving out today for free.
That was the plan. That was the plan, and I'm glad that we broke it down for y'all. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed it.
And look forward to the Premier Boyz podcast coming out soon.
Yes. So
look forward to more of all of our different ventures.
Yeah.
Also check out Shot by Sands for all your photography needs.
Oh yeah, drop your plugs now. Drop your plug, both of y'all. Drop your plugs.
All right, real quick. Check me out if you're trying to look for a good party in New York City, Cocktail Lodge, or otherwise for a special event. Check me out at Aaron Sands Premiere. If you're trying to get your photos taken at certain events, or even just want to do a private shoot, you can check me out at Shot by Sands. I got reasonable prices for some great pics.
If you're looking for a DJ for a reasonable price, check me out on Roddy _DJ Retro. DM, hit me up. If you want to know, let me know what it is. A few weeks, give me a time in advance to get myself situated.
And also check out DJ No Request. He's also good as well. That's a bro.
Oh yeah, his name is RJB _DJ No Request. Follow him on IG. Book him for your events as well. They are both a YPG Sound. They're a DJ team. Y'all can book both of them, or y'all can book one of them. Yeah, so it don't matter.
All right, any parting words before we dip out?
Well,
I think we're good, man.
All right. Well, thank y'all, and we'll be right back.
Don't be afraid to be a butterfly either, yo. Stop playing.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, like the podcast and the Premier Boy podcast. And this commercial is brought to you by the Premier Boy podcast, where four people do where we talk about anything about the culture. Hosted by myself, Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, Mr. Aaron Sands from King Talk with Aaron Sands, the Star Riding Ride, who is also my co-host of the Old School Show, and Long Live the Chief Mally Mal. And we talk many topics, from politics, music, sex, love, relationships, and many more. And also every topic that's going on in the news right now. Many of our topics are very controversial, and the podcast show might not be for everybody because we talk about many explicit content. And yeah, so if y'all decided to check out the show, y'all be warned because y'all might need a drink or two. And yeah, because this podcast is so crazy. I'm shocked that it had not got canceled yet. So if y'all looking forward to listen to the Premier Boy podcast, check it out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and many more. Each and every Wednesday at 12 a.m. You can check out the Premier Boy podcast with myself, Mr. Aaron Sands, Star Riding Rod, and Long Live the Chief Mally Mal. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman. Have a good day and night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Yeah!
Just want to take the time and thank everybody for checking out the new episode. Thank you to my brother, Mr. Aaron Sands and DJ Retro for being on the show. And look out for the Premier Boy podcast dropping in the fall. So, if you want to be a special guest on my show, you could email me at kenypgent@gmail.com. Send me your bio. Or you could also DM me, Ken _the Gentleman. I repeat, Ken, KEN _Mr. MR Gentleman GENTLEMAN. If y'all look for somewhere to go in the weekend, we have Remix Friday at Catcher, 217 Battery Street, Best Saturday Party at Taj, 48th West 21st Street between 5th and 6th. Say premiere at the door. And I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Keep supporting Mr. Jim like that podcast. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
This is DJ Retro, and you are now listening to Mr. Gentleman's Lifestyles Podcast.